Okay, Geoff. Got a goalless draw at home to Canterbury. Um, they were riding quite high in the league. They were third when it came before the game kicked off. So it's obviously we defended well from set pieces, kept a clean sheet. So is it a point you're happy with, or was there more out there?
I mean, if I'll be honest, I mean, barring the first sort of 20, 25 minutes, I thought they were the sort of better side, really. I thought their passing was a bit more crisper. They looked a bit more cohesive together in the final third, and we looked a little bit off it. I mean, a lot of times we got into good areas, but the final pass was either over hit, under hit, or just, wasn't really. I mean, Noah's 1v1 versus sort of like their centre backs,
Yeah.
and really what you want to do, you want to give him a ball that's really 50-50 or maybe 60-40 in his favour. A lot of the time they were like maybe in behind, and you know so we didn't really give him the opportunity really, to really test their back four, because I thought he had them, especially the first 20 minutes, and he'll be disappointed that he didn't score the earlier chance.
Yeah.
As we like to do, we like to press high in the first half, but it seemed like our intensity dropped, which could be obviously down to maybe fitness. A few of the players dropped off, and then that allowed them to get a foothold in the game, because, as I said, we started really well. And then, yeah, as I said, it dropped off a little bit, and then we sort of changed things. Second half, tried to freshen it up a little bit. Went to obviously three at the back, two forwards, where we were again at the end, looking the side more lightly. But again, it's
Yeah.
just not enough to, I would say, to deserve the win today. So as we take the point, and the positives, as you say, is a clean sheet. We worked really hard at set pieces on Thursday. Tried sort of more of a, I won't say different zonal system, but just a bit more aggressive,
Yeah.
understanding in terms of the levels. Here, this is the sort of league, people are aggressive, so you got to match it if you don't want to concede from them. Because, like I say, if we conceded today, it's a 1-0 loss, and it's a totally different reflection on the game. So we take the point. As I said, a lot of teams, I think, drew again today. So it's a very tight league. Um, Made the point in terms of the teams we've faced so far, generally around the top. It's a shame also we haven't got a game next Saturday, league game, sorry, because we have got a game Tuesday, to sort of maybe maintain this momentum in terms of the foundation of a clean sheet. But I mean, we may put a friendly in, maybe just to get some legs in. But yeah, we take it from there. We're disappointed because, again, at home we like to show a bit more.
Hmm.
Being a home team, we like to sort of entertain and sort of like play sort of an attacking brand. So we were off it today. It wasn't really the link up between Fred, Noah, Julian wasn't really there, which usually is. So yeah, on reflection, we'll take a point.
Okay. Well, we did come. We had, I guess, only one chance that you haven't already covered, which was the header that was cleared off the line from
Oh yes,
goal.
that's true.
But at the same point, they without Jack having to make any spectacular saves, we got maybe lucky once or twice that they shot straight at it.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's what I said on the balance of play. Any neutral watching it, you would have said they probably shade it in terms of action areas and looking most likely across the whole of the game. So from that perspective, what I mean, we take a point because we lost against the Canterbury in and around us. All of a sudden, they've
Yeah.
got 3 points. You understand? And
Yeah.
again, they're making things difficult. So all we want to do, as I said, to keep ourselves within touching distance of the players, or if not, be within the playoffs. And then we can sort of kick on from there, because I think there is a big difference in terms of having maybe a home tie in the playoffs, as
Yeah.
Wormley showed last
Yeah.
season. It makes a big difference, and that's
Yeah.
always going to be our aim. And if we can progress in the cups, will be nice. But our priority always be the league, just making sure we're keeping to our targets.
Okay. It's cup action on Tuesday. You mentioned it already, but again, it's kind of BBC Essex.
Yes. So it's funny. It's a funny cup, this one, because again you win a couple rounds, and then you could face one of the big boys on under 21 side and stuff. So that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult. But it's football. As I said, we've got a few. Again, we didn't really end today without a few players having a few knocks. So we made sort of a few substitutions early. So we just got to assess the squad, put a competitive side out. We would like to, get through, because obviously the rewards is another home tie. So again, this is minutes for a lot of the players. So we're still sitting the squad at the moment. We're at the sort of like the 10-15 game mark of the season, which I always say is where you can assess some of the new players and some of the old players and see how they're getting on, and do you need to go and sort of like recruit a few more. And I think that's what we want to do. I think we want to refresh it up a little bit, that we're not over reliant on the same players to sort of bail us out, score the goals. If it's not Cam or Noah, we need a few more, just a few more options as we adjust to this league as well. As I keep saying, maybe a performance like this today could have been good enough in the furlong run, but with this, where as I said, it's more mobile, agile league, younger league, fitter league. We've got to adjust, and we will do as the season goes along. But right now, I think we're still sort of finding our feet in terms of learning what teams are about. So the second half of the season, I expect us to have a bit more knowledge in that regard, in terms of knowing how to sort of counteract a lot of the teams that we face.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thanks again, everyone who did come out, and big game tomorrow for the women's team. So if you haven't, please go show your support, and hopefully we can get the win.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.